Hello, I'm Jen Steele with this military update. The Senate has approved a $16 billion bill to overhaul the Department of Veterans Affairs. The decision was made Thursday and will now go to President Barack Obama for his signature. The bill is in response to the scandal over delays in care at VA medical facilities and allegations of management shortcomings at the federal agency. The legislation would provide money for new medical facilities, more doctors and nurses, and a new program that will allow some veterans to seek health care outside the VA system. Relatives of 4 Marines gunned down by an inside attacker at an Afghan base 2 years ago are disappointed by what they consider a light sentence for the shooter. 3 Marines, including Staff Sergeant Scott Dickinson, who was from San Diego, were killed and another wounded during the August 2012 shooting at Forward Operating Base Delhi in the Helmand Province. The shooter, who was thought to be about 17 at the time, worked for a police chief and fired on the unarmed troops in the base gym. He was tried as a juvenile and sentenced to 7.5 years in confinement, the maximum under Afghan law for a minor. Dickinson's widow said that while she's disappointed in the shooter's punishment, is less important than honoring her husband and making sure people remember him as a great husband, friend, and Marine. The Navy has released initial plans for a major overhaul of the Navy SEAL compound along Coronado's Silver Strand. The #1 alternative would move the existing location south along Highway 75, placing it on the northern edge of Imperial Beach. The proposed construction calls for 24 projects over a 10-year period at the cost of $700 million. Construction could start as early as 2015. A government audit released earlier this week said the U.S. has done a poor job tracking small arms supplied to Afghan National Security Forces. According to the audit, the limited ability to account for or properly dispose of the weapons will pose additional risks to U.S. personnel, Afghan troops, and civilians. The Pentagon has provided Afghan forces with over 700,000 weapons and has spent over $600 million since 2004. A documentary starring Camp Pendleton Marines will be shown during the opening ceremony of the Oceanside International Film Festival starting Sunday, August 3rd.
I landed there and it was scary.
Scared and hostile faces.
Don't they know we're here to help?
The film, Patrol Base Jaker, gives rare up-close scenes of members of Camp Pendleton's 1st Battalion 5th Marines who fought in Afghanistan's Helmand Province during counterinsurgency operations. Footage includes fighting Taliban insurgents, training Afghan military and police, working with the local Afghan people, and running reconstruction projects. The 5th annual festival runs August 3rd through 10th at Star Theater and Sunshine Brooks Theater. Remember, you can get all your military headlines at utsandiego.com.